Hey, this is Miguel. Welcome to the Manscaped podcast.
It's not what you think.
Thank you. Episode 0. All right, this is our intro to the podcast. Here we are in the man cave, and we're kind of just starting off the podcast, just explaining a little bit about ourselves, and then trying to explain a little bit about the podcast, see what we're all about. Well, my name is Miguel, like I said, here in Tulsa, Oklahoma. Let's see, a little bit about myself. Married, 3 dogs. Act as our children. Very much handful, you know. Into different things. Sports. Love sports. Soccer is one of my main things. Speaking of that, we have a little bit of a soccer game in the background. If you guys know anything about soccer, it's a CONCACAF championship. Basketball. Love basketball. We got that basketball season going on. Got into football this year.
Is soccer a sport?
Bro, only the best sport in the world. That's all I gotta say about that. Married, May it'll be 4 years. Still happily married. Been here in Tulsa for the past 5 years. Born in California, lived in Kansas most of my life, and then been here in Tulsa for the past 5 years. So I love it. Great city to live in. If you guys ever get a chance to visit, definitely come by. You guys can always say what's up. So yeah, moving on. We got with us.
This is Eric. Just born in Tulsa, Oklahoma. Born and raised. Been here 25 years, going on 26. Enjoying life. Love to watch sports.
Favorite sport?
Favorite sport? Baseball. Hands down, has to be baseball. It's the sport that I was growing up in my family.
What do you rep?
I am a lifelong Yankees
Braves.
fan.
Oh,
Yankees fan. Anybody want to come talk smack to me? You can come find me whenever you want. You want to debate about the Yankees or any sport in general? I'm not biased. I like to talk about sports. I like to play. This podcast experience is probably going to be my first. I didn't get into podcasts until my sister actually recommended me. Actually, my girlfriend recommended me.
Girlfriend.
Yeah, my girlfriend first.
Want to elaborate a little bit about that?
Do what?
Want to elaborate a little bit about that?
Been in a relationship status for about 2 months now, I think.
Facebook official?
I don't get on Facebook, sir. It's not my thing. Instagram.
Okay. I'll take that.
That's my thing. Twitter, for all the Twitter people, follow me at WalkingBank17. Just hit my line. Man, it just got into podcasts. I didn't think it'd be fun, but now that we're actually doing this, it seems pretty interesting.
All right. Nice to get to know you a little bit, Eric. We got with us also.
What up? This is CJ. A little bit about me. I was born in Muskogee, Oklahoma. I'm an Okie from Muskogee. I live in Broken Arrow currently, but was raised in Bixby.
Bowita.
I'm a Spartan.
Bowita.
Spartan for life. Don't worry about these dudes.
What is Bowita, Eric?
Bowita is when you live literally where you can look outside and see deer and Coweta sign right next to you.
What he sent us the other day, he sent us a picture of a pig that was like loose in the streets or something like that.
Moving on, a little bit about me. I am married, and this April we'll celebrate 10 years.
Woo, milestone. Party.
Yeah, great 10 years. Anyway, I'm into sports. Tennis is my all-time favorite sport.
Favorite tennis player?
Currently, a current player or a retired player?
Current player.
Both.
Or how about both?
Okay. Favorite current player, male, Roger Federer. Female, Serena.
You gotta go.
Of course.
No.
The reason I got into tennis was a guy by the name of Andy Roddick. He had a monster serve, incredible forehand. So that's why I got into tennis. I was like, that guy can do it, I can do it, but I can't do it. But I can still beat these guys. Anyway, so tennis is my favorite. I love golf as well. And I also hunt and fish a lot. And I also dabble in the culinary arts.
Yes,
so
sir.
That's a little bit about me. Looking forward to the podcast and seeing what we can do with it.
Yeah, and CJ is one of the best cooks that I've known. So every time he invites us over to his place, we know we're gonna have a very, very good meal.
I mean, I would say that he's one of the best, but I mean, shout out to my mom's. She's the number one cook in town. All right, and then my family's second, and then CJ's right there in the mix. He's somewhere like in between.
Oh, so
top
CJ's
five.
family. So
Top
sweet.
five.
Bet. I appreciate that, homie.
Yeah. So that's a little bit about us. So now the podcast Manscaped.
Who picked out Manscaped?
Sorry guys, it was me. That's why we put on the subtitle. It's not what you think.
Definitely not what you think.
Yes, because this podcast is so the idea of the podcast
Has nothing to do with the trimmer.
nothing,
or anything
nothing
like
of that. Yeah, don't get your mind out of the gutter.
It just gave us the idea to use their name.
Yeah. So the whole idea of the podcast, the word Manscaped was men or people, mankind generally, that change the landscape of this world through their ideas, through their actions, through an act of kindness, things like that. So, mankind, landscape, get mixed together, you got Manscaped, right? And so hopefully weekly, we are going to try to choose a certain person, a certain group of people, and kind of go into their story, how they possibly personally impacted us, impacted our lives, impacted the community we live in, impacted the world in some way. So we'll actually be alternating every week. Somebody's going to be choosing one subject on whatever they to their liking, whatever subject they want to. And we're gonna go into detail and kind of explain to you guys why it is that we chose that subject. So that's a whole story behind Manscaped. What do you guys think?
I mean, it's an idea that he came at and told us. We're also gonna be talking about other topics. If you want to follow us on our YouTube channel, I think it should be up if I'm not mistaken, guys. Right?
Yes, I think CJ verified that for us. And if you want to search us.
You can find us on YouTube under Manscaped-Trio.
How do you spell that?
MANSCAPED Trio. TRIO.
There you go. Trio.
That's 2 words.
Yeah. So
2 words separated.
Space in between. So obviously there's 3 of us, so it's a whole trio. Definitely look us up on YouTube.
Subscribe. Definitely shout out. Put us on your social medias. We definitely would appreciate it. If you want to give us any feedback, comments, we also gonna try and switch up the topics also as well. Give us ideas and see what's going on.
Yeah. Is there anything else that I was missing, you guys?
We're gonna try to do a beer of the week somewhere throughout the podcast. Like this week, we are having a
What are we drinking there, CJ?
horchata golden ale,
Don't let the horchata fool you, because there's no horchata flavor.
and it is from a brewery called Border X Brewing in the Barrio Logan district of San Diego. And so it's pretty cool. I just happened to stumble across it while we were in the area. It's a predominantly Hispanic district in San Diego. And so I just picked up a couple beers, brought them back. And this one, like we say, it's an horchata golden ale, and it has vanilla bean, cinnamon sticks, thus the play on a traditional horchata.
Yeah, it was very good. I could definitely taste a little bit of the cinnamon whenever I was drinking the beer. Very, very good beer. So good choice. CJ is our beer connoisseur, so he knows a little bit more about beers than the regular average person.
He knows a lot more than me. I can guarantee that.
Yeah,
I stick to Modelo's.
Yeah, you tell Eric, bring us a beer, and he sticks with Modelo's. So can't complain though. Definitely good beer. I love Modelo's. So. So this is our first podcast. Hang in there. We're getting the hang of this. We're all new to this, and so we're just here to have fun. Try to get through it. Just try to have fun with you guys. And definitely, like Eric said, subscribe, comment. What we can work on, certain subjects, certain person. That you guys want to talk about that maybe impacted your life.
If you have a negative comment, you can definitely send us a message personally if you have our numbers or any social media, and we can handle it on site.
Privately, no negative comments on the page, right? So
Yeah, we want good feedback, but I know there's people that will want to give us, that haterade, and we'll take it. But I mean, on the side, you can send us a message. We can handle this on the low, or you might even, get lucky enough to get an invitation to the podcast, and we could settle any debate, argument, comments here on the podcast.
Yeah, because we're gonna have special guests. Maybe not right off the bat, but we definitely want to bring other people in, get other people's views and opinions on different topics, subjects, and people.
There you go.
No negative energy.
I like that. Well, with that being said, I know we're all sports guys here, so I mean, sports are going on year round. One of the things I like about soccer is most of the time there's always soccer going on. So right now, we just had Champions Week. CJ, you know what that is? Champions League?
No.
Oh man,
You missing out, boss.
Soccer competition around. So Champions League, 8 teams left. Who's your team, Eric?
16 teams.
16
left
teams.
still.
You're right. Round of 8.
Round of 16 is going on right now. My team just took a loss on Wednesday afternoon. It's kind of heartbreaking. They're down 2-1. I pulled for Real Madrid from Spain. But I'll watch any game, man. These are intense games as well. So
Very good games.
I don't know. I don't know. I think you're a Madrid fan as well. So
I am.
I mean, we just got to see what the away happens.
I'm definitely a Madrid fan as well. Sad that they lost to Man City. I mean, they're a great team, so nothing against them. A very big shocker was Lyon beating Juventus.
That was a shocker. I was pretty dumbfounded by it.
I was stunned.
Stunned, exactly.
Who plays for Juventus?
Chicharito.
Close. Where's Juventus from? How about that?
South America.
They make the best pizza.
Italy.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Turin.
All right.
Yeah.
Have you ever been to Italy?
No.
Definitely, yeah, me either. So.
Definitely
The flight's too long.
one of the places I definitely want to go to. But yeah, Juventus. I mean, everybody knows Juventus. Ronaldo plays there, so very big team.
Chelsea lost to Bayern 3-0.
I was kind of expecting that. I mean, Bayern's doing really good right now. Chelsea's not doing so hot. All the young players, turmoil, all that stuff going on there.
The other interesting match of the week there in Champions League was Barca and Napoli tying 1-1.
1-1.
I forgot about that for a second.
It'll be an interesting match playing back at Barcelona's home. They got Busquets out. You got another yellow, so he's out. They got
Vidal's got another
out
red
with
card,
the
so
double-
they'll be
with the
hurting in the
double yellow.
midfield. But interesting to watch. We'll see what.
Just heard Piqué's good with his ankle, so he'll be playing in the Madrid derby or in the Clásico. So
Speaking about Clásico, it's on this Sunday. So if you fans or people that are trying to get into soccer, definitely check out Sunday's El Clásico.
CJ?
Real Madrid versus Barcelona.
That could be a game you watch to
That'll be an interesting game.
kind of start getting into soccer.
Is it on like a special channel?
No, sir. You can come over to my house. We can stream the game.
It'll be on BIN. It has to be.
BN Sports
Yeah.
is more than likely where they'll have it since it's in a Spanish network.
Yeah.
Never heard of him.
All right. Well, that's a good game right now. Behind us, like I said, we have the CONCACAF Champions League going on. We have LAFC, which is my team in the MLS.
Boo.
Because of Charlie Kendall. Carlos Vera. We have Leon from Mexico. And right now, currently, LAFC is winning 1-0, but aggregate, they are losing 2-1.
Do you know what aggregate is, CJ?
No comment.
You plead the fifth?
I'm just here so I don't get fined.
Eric, why don't you explain to him what aggregate is?
Aggregate means that they played 2 games. And the first game was in Leon, Mexico. And Leon won 2-0.
Okay.
So
So
right
they won
now,
that.
since LAFC has scored a goal in this game, the aggregate is 2-1. So right now, they're still losing because they're losing 2-1 overall.
Even though they're winning the game.
LAFC.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
So if they score another goal, it's a tie, and they go to penalties. Or not penalty, extra time. No, penalty.
Because
in this one they go to straight
Is it
PKs.
straight
Yeah,
PKs?
it'll be a
Okay.
straight
because in the
shootout.
first game,
Yeah,
Leon
'cause-
scored 2 points.
Two
Two
goals.
So another thing to keep in mind though is there's a home and away goal, right? So let's say it's super confusing. Let's say LAFC lost at Leon 2-1. LAFC scored.
Make it easier.
All right.
Let's say LAFC wins this game 3-1. The aggregate would be 3-3. Leon would advance because they scored an away goal.
Right. And
Because
the away goals are more.
They count basically. They give you a little boost.
Yeah.
Okay.
They're worth a little bit more just because.
Of home field advantage?
Exactly.
Difficulty because of
Okay, I
difficulty.
got you.
Yeah. So yeah, it's very very confusing, but that's what's going on right now.
Soccer's confusing.
It's okay. You'll get into it maybe
Yeah.
someday. You
It's a
just
great
play those
sport.
funny sports, like golf and tennis.
Hey, don't.
They say it's boring. They say it's boring. I know, but the best thing about soccer is that it's not very. There's not very many goals.
Every time I hear golf, I hear, and he's going in for the putt. Please be quiet.
Yeah, that's true.
Very quiet.
No, bro.
Golf is kinda-
because when Victor Hovland, he just won in a tournament. I think it was in Mexico. He's Norwegian.
Who?
Stop.
Who?
He went to OSU.
Who?
He's a Cowboy.
Oh, he went where?
OSU.
Who's that? What was that?
It's some team in Stillwater. They get rattlesnakes and stuff like that.
Oh, it's poo?
Not championships though. But yeah, golf. We just had I say we. It's not like I played in it. The WGC World Golf Championship. It's one of the tournaments in Mexico, actually.
Viva Mexico.
It is a dude by the name of Patrick Reed won. He's kind of the tour villain, if you will. Not very many people like him. His wife a lot of people say his wife kind of runs him and does everything for him or whatever. But anyway, that was a good tournament. Went down to the wire. A couple more tournaments coming up for the PGA Tour. Masters, obviously, that's the biggest one coming up in April. Arnold Palmer Invitational with Arnie. I'm a Tiger guy. Always have been. Thick and thin. Stop, bro.
I'm sorry.
Chill.
I'm sorry.
Now I've never really watched golf. I played it with you once.
True.
Didn't do very good.
That's not true.
Couldn't get the form. It's all about form.
True.
I don't know. I just couldn't do it. I'll go to flying T and just try to whack the ball, and that's about it.
Well, I mean, I've been playing since I was 15. So, I mean, and I'm still,
and that's all you got?
I'm still.
Man, that was a long time ago, wasn't it?
I've never taken lessons or anything. Actually, funny thing is, I am left-handed, but the first set of clubs were given to me, and they were right-handed clubs.
So that's how you learned.
That's how I learned. So to this day, I play golf right-handed, but I'm actually left-handed. I've tried to switch back over to left, and it doesn't work.
I guess you do learn something new about somebody every day.
There you go.
That happened to me. I learned how to play Rock Band with the guitar left-handed instead of right-handed. So I feel you, CJ.
Are you telling me Rock Band has a left-handed guitar and a right-handed guitar?
Yeah, well, you switch it.
Yeah,
so
you
like
just
the
alternate,
guitar,
like, you
yeah.
flip it, and
so
it'll
the buttons.
play.
The
So
color,
you're instead of playing from the top down, you're playing from the bottom.
no. Like the colors are the same. You just
Right.
flip the guitar, right?
Yeah, you
And
just
so like the
flip it.
colors are,
Oh, okay,
are
I got you.
opposite, I guess. So instead of playing like this, I was playing the opposite. Yeah, it was weird. So I feel you, CJ. So yeah, on that. But yeah, golf is not really my thing, so I can't really say much about that.
Support women, lady golf. There are some absolute dominant
Ballers.
females out here on the Lady Golf Tour. Paige Sporanic. There's a ton of them. I'm not going to get into it because these guys are about to fall asleep. But follow Lady Golf.
Yeah, sorry.
And don't forget about tennis.
And speaking about the best sport in the world, baseball.
Go Braves.
Oh,
The
boy.
Braves.
And the losers.
Oh. Chop, baby.
That's the only thing that the Braves ever did that put them on national TV was that tomahawk
Get outta
celebration.
here, bro.
That's the only thing. That and having like one of the best teams from the 90s to the 2000s. But like they only won
2010s as well.
no.
It's been tough, bro.
Yeah, it's definitely been tough.
Stop.
Me and CJ over here have our differences on baseball, which maybe in a future podcast we will have other special guests, people that also love the sport, and also get Miguel into the sport as well.
I don't know. I mean,
I think he's only seen the Tulsa Drillers, and that's probably the closest.
I'll watch the World Series every
World
once
Series?
in a while.
The Yankees got robbed.
Yeah,
throwing that out there.
you see, the only thing I know about baseball right now is the whole Astros thing going on. That's really about it.
Cheaters.
Like, other than that, I don't really
Cheaters.
know much about baseball. But
Cheaters.
I
That's
do
all I gotta
know
say.
They did cheat back in 17, 18 season.
And they are getting punished for it. I saw
Boy,
today on, I think it was ESPN, they have more players getting hit by pitches right now than any other team combined.
And it's only spring training.
It's
been like 2 days of spring training.
Right.
I did play baseball when I was little.
What position?
I think I started off as first base, and then they moved me to what is it? What is the position between second and third base? Shortstop. Okay, so then
Okay, I see you, Jeter. I see you, Jeter.
Okay, you got moved from first to short?
Yeah.
You couldn't catch the ball or what?
I guess not. I don't know.
So they thought you couldn't catch the ball at first base, but at shortstop where you get the most,
bro.
where you get the most hits.
Maybe. All right, I did first base. First.
You're probably in the bag in left field.
Nah, I was shortstop. Getting those grounders or whatever. I only played it for a season. I was 13. My dad wanted me to join, so he was pretty excited that I joined baseball. Never had played it before. I did okay, not too bad. I do remember getting hit with the baseball one time.
Same, that happened to me one time.
Yep, I was batting, and one of the better players there pitched it, hit me in the arm.
Did you lean in?
I don't remember. I might have. I have no idea. But I just remember the next day waking up with a big old bruise on my arm. I'm being pretty upset that I got hit with the baseball, but I got to first base. So
I had a similar experience with that. I played ball since I was probably about 5 till I was about 13. And I think when I was like 8 or 9, I got hit. But I got hit like on my shoulder because I leaned it. I like turned. And then whenever they hit me, I had like the stitches of the ball.
No.
Printed.
The next day. Like they were printed on me the next day.
That's crazy.
And man, that hurt. It was like, man, these kids could throw back then. They probably threw like 60 miles an hour. But I mean, yeah, baseball's coming around the corner. It's some,
Yeah.
spring training is kind of boring to me. Just excited for my Yankees, Hopefully we don't get cheated out this year.
What do you mean cheated out?
Bro, that's some man.
Stop.
Bro,
Don't
but
get started with that.
Quickly going back to the Astros, like a quick point. It's crazy to me how they fired the GM, the coach, and the owner just said like it was like nothing, and then like the players don't get suspended.
Well, they pleaded for immunity.
Yeah, they pleaded for immunity,
Right.
which is ridiculous. They should have never done that.
Well,
whatever.
get all the information out. That's how they get
And
all the
then,
info.
like, yeah, it's whatever. My Yankees got robbed. That World Series should have been ours. And I don't care. I know we might have some Dodger fans that listen to this podcast because they were actually in the World Series against the Astros, but the Yankees would have swept them in 4 games.
We don't know
All right.
that. We don't
know that.
Yeah,
That's
we'll leave it at
pure-
that. We
pure
just do not.
speculation.
We just do not know.
I just know we made it farther than the Braves that year.
So, sports other than soccer, obviously going on. We are in February 27th. So February 27th, we have March Madness coming on.
Yes, sir.
Yup. Selection
So-
show March 15th.
For anybody that likes to watch the selection show, get ready to make your 10 brackets for $1 million. And they all crash within the first 5 games.
Yeah, it's pretty bad.
Do you fill out bracket, Eric?
I
Either
do.
one of you guys?
I have been before, but I never do very well.
I had 1 year that I actually had a solid bracket, but then it like crashed. I had like 75% of the picks right, which I thought was kind of interesting. But like the past couple years, I see
just
OU in the
impossible.
bracket, and
You
they had
need
Buddy
to.
Hield 3 years ago, I think.
Trae Young,
And he was balling in college, and then 2 years ago they had Trae Young, and I was like, man, I got to root for these guys. They're in Oklahoma. I'm an Okie, and I was like, I'm gonna put them in the championship game.
Oh boy.
And it didn't go.
Your bracket. It busted.
Busted within a matter of seconds.
Bet.
It's interesting, that March Madness. It gets pretty wild, and
Who's ranked number 1 right now?
good question. I honestly don't know.
Because I know it was Baylor, but Baylor just lost to KU, so they got ranked 2nd or 3rd.
Wait,
Right, Baylor was
the Big
first.
12 or
No,
No, just
in the nation.
nationally. 'Cause I know it was Baylor, but I know Baylor lost, so they dropped.
I have a question. Maybe you guys will answer me this. Why does everybody hate Duke? Like, why? I feel like Mike Krzyzewski is like one of the like. I mean, he looks like he's mean, but he looks like a nice guy.
They said he's
to talk
cool,
to.
yeah.
But like everybody hates on Duke.
Kansas is number 1, followed by Baylor, Gonzaga, Dayton number 4, but they always make runs.
Yep.
San Diego State. I was just in San Diego, so shout out to them. Florida State, Duke, Kentucky, Maryland, and Creighton comes in at number 10.
Creighton's up there too.
So why do they hate Duke?
I think it's just the same reason a lot of people don't like the Yankees.
Yeah, it's just like,
They hate winners. I see. It's all right. They hate winners.
No, both of those organizations pay their players to come. And I'm just playing. I'm kidding.
it's just
Chill.
like I would say Duke is kind of like the Patriots.
Okay, I can see
Patriots?
that. I can
Kind
see
of
that.
like that. Like they're so good.
They recruit the best.
They always have the best players. Stuff like that. They always make deep runs. They're always there. So maybe that's why. But KU's the same way. But people don't dislike KU. I mean, I feel like a lot of people like KU. So
Except us here in Oklahoma.
I mean, I like KU because I was in Kansas. So
Boo.
sorry.
One of the reasons Bleacher Report says that a lot of people hate Duke is because of the coach. First of all, he looks like a rat, and having to watch him pace the sidelines to whine, complain. It looks like he's looking for cheese or picturing his head stuck in a mousetrap.
Interesting. Very nicely said, Bleacher Report. Nicely said. But yeah, I mean, fill out those brackets. If one of you listeners definitely get the bracket complete and win $10 million or whatever it is,
Holla.
yeah, donate a little bit something to.
Share your bracket with us beforehand. That way we can submit one.
Just give us a little bit of a tip to the Manscaped podcast.
Yes, we will greatly appreciate it.
On our YouTube.
And this year, I will not take OU as the champion.
Bro, Brady Manning. Christian Doolittle.
They got a couple ballers. I seen them, but no.
I haven't kept up with college this year, so I can't comment anything on that. Just been watching the NBA mainly, so.
NBA, Kobe's memorial.
Very sad
Was this
thing.
week?
Was this week, yeah.
Monday.
Very sad thing. I still haven't fully watched it. I seen bits and pieces, but overall they said it was something that Kobe would probably appreciate, is from what I've heard of it.
Yeah, because it was sad, but it wasn't like depressing, Listening to Vanessa talk, that was pretty sad.
Man, she's been getting a lot of credit, man. They said, for somebody that doesn't have experience speaking to people and then having to talk to 20,000 people.
Yeah, she was strong. Yeah,
I don't know how many people watched around the world. It
millions,
was just,
I'm sure. But one of the lines she said was, I'm not a dad or anything, but just trying to think, Kobe's not being able to walk, Gigi down the aisle, or any of his other daughters in that case, that's pretty sad. And just thinking about it, not being a dad, but still, I mean, it hits a soft spot.
yeah, definitely. Kobe, I mean, I love basketball. He was my Jordan, like a lot of people say.
But your shot is broken.
Yeah, for those of you who don't know, Eric tries to play basketball.
Eric only goes to basketball
when I don't go.
None of us are around.
So yes, I hurt my hand about two and a half weeks ago, so I haven't gone to play basketball. And Eric, for some reason, I've been trying to get Eric to go, and he never ever goes. He went to go play last week when, of course, I wasn't there.
And I lost like 2 games the whole time we were there.
He was carried. He was carried.
It's all right. I didn't score any of the
Did the
points.
twins carry
but
you?
No, they did not.
No, he had his cousin and all that stuff. He had all these.
Brother-in-law, chill. My brother-in-law,
brother-in-law.
all right? My brother-in-law.
He had like the best players out there. pretty
Nah,
much.
chill.
And he got
I mean,
carried.
I know I'm one of the best players out there.
So,
Thanks for
false.
saying that. But, I mean, he said it himself.
I mean, I have no comment on that.
Crickets?
Yeah. I played a handful of times basketball with Eric. That's actually how I got to know Eric.
Oh, God.
And he is not that great, guys. I'm sorry. Every once in a while, he will drop a dime. I will say that. But that's about it. Like
A blind squirrel finds a nut every once in a while.
Exactly.
Hey, man, I like to make the other people around me better. So that's why I always try and assist the ball when I play basketball.
You're not Chris Ball. Chris Paul.
Chris Ball.
You're more like LeVar Ball.
But I love basketball. Basketball's one
That's
of my
how you
sports
met Eric
too.
for real? Basketball?
I think it was
How long
basketball.
ago was
back-
that?
Probably three years ago.
something
Yeah.
like that.
Was the shot broken back then?
No, it's funny because
Never had a
like
shot.
I guarded him, and I don't know why, but people say that they get this bad vibe from me whenever they first meet me. That I
You're
feel
shady.
No, it's not that. Like they think I'm like stuck up, but I'm actually like a chill person. At least I think I feel
That's
like
debatable.
it's debatable.
Hence the
Okay.
name. What's his nickname?
We can save that
Snake,
for a podcast.
Square Rick,
Snake Rick.
We can save that
Snake
for
Rick,
another
all
podcast.
of that.
There's a reason why you have that nickname.
Hey, it's all right, but I think I remember this. If I'm not mistaken, I think they told me to guard Miguel, and I was like, all right.
Impossible
and
to
then
guard.
I think he made like 1-3, and then I think I told him I was like, hey, good shot, and then he didn't say nothing, and I was like, all right, so like he's not gonna say thanks.
Nah, that doesn't sound like me.
And then
I'd dap you up or something.
Nah,
I'd say appreciate it.
He probably did say appreciate it, and then I think I probably trash talked him. I was like, "You're not gonna get another one," and then that's when he was like, "What?" And then I was like, "You're not gonna get another one."
This is like me barely moved into Tulsa. Like I don't know anybody.
Yeah.
And so here comes Eric talking all this noise.
And I told him, I was like, "Hey man, this is how we do it here in Tulsa. You gotta have thick blood. You gotta have thick blood and play sports with us, because
I don't think I've ever seen you play basketball.
Yeah, you have. You seen him. You went one time to play it, and you kept having him shoot, and he kept missing everything.
Yeah, I did.
Was that at Riverside at Gathering Place?
Yeah, I got
Yep.
it.
I remember that.
Yeah.
Was
It's
that in a
alright.
suit? Or
Yeah, he had just got back from a dinner or something, and he was playing, and he kept wanting to shoot everything for some reason, and he was bricking, airballing everything, but he would still want to shoot.
It's all right. Hey, like Kobe Bryant said, Kobe Bean Bryant, you shoot every shot you don't take. So I shoot till my arms fall off.
Is that how it said? Is that
No. I think it's you miss.
you?
Isn't
Wait,
it like you
what
miss
is
every?
it?
Isn't it you miss every shot you don't take?
Yes.
Okay, you miss every shot you don't take. Same
I don't
thing.
think-
Coming
Kobe
from the
said
biggest Kobe fan.
Hey man, I ain't perfect. Okay, my bad.
Yeah, Kobe didn't say that. That thing's been around for. That was Wayne Gretzky. That was the great one who said that. The way you're just stealing people's quotes and applying it to Kobe.
Okay, Kobe did say the moment you give up is the moment you let someone else win, and that is my quote. Okay, so back off.
Excuse me, bro.
I ain't a quitter.
Well, yeah. So NBA, love it. Love watching everybody.
Tennis, the best.
Golf.
You're a hater.
I'm sorry.
Your
I'm sorry.
swing's broken
nah.
on golf too.
Soccer, biggest sport worldwide. Biggest sport, soccer. All right.
I did see Eric play soccer in Amarillo.
Oh,
How'd
yeah,
that go?
that was a pretty fun experience.
Not for you, bro. They were you alive.
All right, CJ. Okay, honestly, in your opinion, I mean, you're not a big soccer fanatic or anything. Who was the best player on that field?
And keep in mind, 95% of the players are probably going to listen to this podcast.
Choose your answer.
Let me think. OCL was holding it down.
He was holding it down until he was thinking about somebody else. Until I
put his
found
business out
out
there.
that he was over there
No.
daydreaming.
Until
He
you
was
started-
catching
You
butterflies.
started seeing chickens on the field.
He was chasing. Look at all those chickens.
There was a guy that kind of looked like Albert Einstein there.
With the mustache?
Yeah,
From
the dude with the
Amarillo?
mustache.
Yeah.
He was good. He was impressive.
Nah, we don't talk about the opposition though. Talking about our team.
Oh, Team Liberal.
Team Liberal.
I guess Miguel was all right.
Hey, shout out.
Bless was good.
No comment.
Oh, the coach. First of all, Coach Tony, he had him ready.
No comment. Definitely no comment.
Nah, how about
about
this?
our coach?
We
Eric
all
was
did.
providing people faulty equipment and whatnot.
The
How about
skill
this?
was in the shoes. All right, I cannot help besides giving somebody the shoes.
We all did our best. How about that?
There you go. There
All
you go.
right.
It was
We
good.
all did it. We all were good in one thing. Eric was able to stop the ball 1 out of 5 tries?
Okay, what do they call it? Is that
The first touch.
is
It's a
that
skill check, basically.
That's what we say.
It's a
Skill check. Try to see how your first touch is. And so Eric had 4 opportunities, and how many did he get?
Got
Like
one.
And that's all he bragged about?
Hey, it's like Kobe said.
Oh my God.
There's no I in team, but there's an ME.
Is that all he said?
There's an ME in that.
I nutmegged somebody.
Who?
It was one of y'all. I think it was you, Eric.
That I nutmegged
No,
somebody?
I nutmegged you.
Stop.
Yes.
You probably nutmegged me when I could barely walk. My hamstring
sideline.
was shattered.
He didn't even run that much.
No, he didn't do anything.
It's
Anywho.
alright.
Anyways, we're not starting. We're not opening that.
We'll
up,
save that
but-
for another day.
Amarillo, we're coming for you.
Yeah, it was a fluke game. All right, it was a
Home field
fluke.
advantage.
Yeah, there you go. And
We-
we were tired from driving 5 hours. How about
Yeah,
that?
exactly. We were tired from the drive. Now I can see why some pro athletes, whenever they're playing a away game, they're like, oh, they're jet lagged and everything, man. I was car lagged. Super tired.
It was fun though. I had a good time.
Yeah, very fun. But now we know who, is off the team. So
Who?
I ain't going to say names.
Eric.
Starting with the coach.
Oh.
Coach got to go.
Oh, what?
That's where the chemistry comes from. It's the
Get
coach.
out of here.
Nah, I'm just kidding. Shout out to Coach Tony. He tried to keep us organized, but we got some rebels on the team that
It was
think
fun.
they can do whatever. But yeah, overall it was fun.
It's all
Getting
for
to
fun.
new people, getting to know new people.
That was cool.
Next time we'll just be ready. How about that?
Yes, sir.
Next time it's not in Amarillo.
No, we'll do it in here or something.
Yeah.
All right. Anything else that you guys wanted to talk about?
I think that's it for the first.
It's a wrap.
Well, with that being said, we did receive a special shout out from some friends in Liberal that have their own podcast. So we want to give a shout out back to them. Off the Cuff Stuff is their podcast. So shout out to Tony, OCL, and Eli.
Go
out there in
subscribe,
Liberal.
go follow, go listen. They got a couple good podcasts out already.
Yeah, they have 2 episodes out already. So
Well, they
go
keep
take a
saying
listen.
it's their 3rd episode, but there's one that we'll never get to hear apparently.
And they changed their name. So Off the Cuff Stuff is their name as of now. So look them up on YouTube. Listen to them, subscribe, do the same. So we appreciate the shout out as well. With that being said, this is Miguel.
This is
Eric.
CJ.
Eric,
Chill,
over here.
bro.
My bad, man.
You want to do it at the same time? How cute.
Go ahead, bro.
It's that connection, bro.
No, you're good. Go ahead.
That's all, folks.
That was Eric.
This is CJ.
All right. Well, thank you guys for taking a listen. With that being said, deuces.
Deuces.
Holla at your boy.